I have what would be considered sort of an abnormal setup here. We have what would be a normal setup with a high tom-tom. You might pan down on the drum set, actually. There we go. We have a high tom-tom here, okay? And then we have a low drum here, and that goes down here to an even lower drum. So that's pretty typical of what we have in your basic 3 or 4 piece drum set. 2 tom-toms in front of you, and a floor tom. So you might take like an exercise just for mobility on your drums. Or your quadrant might go, or, and then left hand, then right hand. Pretty basic stuff. Well, I also discovered that a lot of times if I'm playing in a group, I'm facing over this way. Right, where you're playing something like that. And I'm facing over here, and I'm always reaching over here at the floor tom. So one night I was practicing, and just with an open mind, thinking about, well, what if? And I decided to put a floor tom over here. And I really liked it. For example, playing something like a samba. Pretty handy, or else just your standard funk type fill. Almost. That type of stuff. Really convenient. Not to mention this. So I sort of think of it like another bass drum. And with technology today, it would be very easy to put like a trigger on that drum, have it trigger an electronic bass drum sound, and it would be like having another bass drum. Also, the same thing goes for over here. In playing like a lot of Latin stuff, I discovered I really liked having a drum right there too. Only that drum always ended up being this sound, because I followed convention. But why not have it over there? And then I realized that, well, if that's the case, we have exactly 2 drum sets up here, because I can go down this way or this way. Or if I alternate my hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if it's too much to reach for this, I'll put in a bass drum. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? My hands don't get caught up going like that, because they're going in opposite directions away from each other. They're just right there. And it's very easy for you to move out. And play them like that. The other thing I did is I put a hi-hat over here. So I don't have to cross. that one over there. So that's a little bit easier for me to use. And then I can also use my foot with my hi-hat as a sound. Instead of using always a stick to hit it, I really like the sound of this. In something like a jazz idiom. Using my hi-hat.
We live drums.